Hi. Here in this question we have a watch dealer incurs an expense of 150 rupees for producing every watch. He also incurs an additional expenditure of 30,000 which is independent of the number of watches produced. Okay. So 150 is the cost of producing each watch, and on top of that this is a fixed cost for producing any number of watches. Fine. If he is able to sell a watch during the season, he sells it for 250 rupees. If he fails to do so, he has to sell each watch worth 100 rupees. So it's like if he sells it if he is able to sell it during the season, then he will earn 250 rupees. But if a watch goes unsold, finally the watch can be discarded by earning 100 rupees. So if it is sold, 100 rupees per watch is earned, right? From the variable cost. But if it is discarded, there is a loss of 50 rupees on the variable cost. But we can't just compare with 150 because there is a fixed cost as well of 30,000, and this fixed cost will get distributed based on the number of watches produced. So let's look at what are the questions. The first question here is, if he is able to sell only 1200 out of 1500 watches he has made in the season, then he has made a profit of how much? So what's happening is he is able to sell 1200 out of 1500. That means he's producing 1500 watches. So for this particular question, the total cost is going to be 150 is the cost of producing one watch, and he produces a total of 1500 watches. So the total variable cost will be 150 into 1500 plus the fixed cost of 30,000, right? So this becomes 15 into 15 is 225. Then you have 0, 0, 0, 000 plus 30,000. So this comes out to be 2,55,000. This is the total cost of producing these 1500 watches. Now the total revenue, what will be the total revenue? Let's see. Out of 1500, he is able to sell 1200 watches, and the selling price of each watch is 250. So revenue from these 1200 watches will be 250 into 1200, right? Now if he is able to sell 1200 watches, that means there are 300 watches which go unsold, and these 300 watches will earn rupees 100 per watch. So income from these 300 watches will be 100 into 300, right? So here we have 25 into 12 is 30, and then we have 000, so 30,000 plus 25 into 12 is 300, and then you have 000, so this is 3 lakh actually, plus 100 into 300 is 300,000, 30,000. So 3 lakh plus 30,000 comes out to be 3,30,000. So this is the total cost of production, and this is the total revenue. Hence the profit will be 3,30,000 minus 2,55,000. So this comes out to be 45 plus 30, which is 75,000. Hence the profit for the first question is option B, 75,000 rupees. Okay. Now let us look at the next question. If he produces 1500 watches, what is the number of watches that he must sell during the season in order to break even, given that he is able to sell all the watches? Okay. Now he has to break even. That means he has to earn zero profit or zero loss. So even with out of 1500 that was given in the first question as well, even if he sells 1200 watches, he is able to earn a profit of 75,000. Hence to break even, he will have to sell less than 1200. So he need not sell all the watches anyway. So this was actually not required. But whatever he is produced, he is able to sell it. So he can sell any number of watches. That's what basically this point is telling. He can sell any number of watches up till 1500. So let's say he is able to sell X watches. He is able to sell X watches. So the total revenue will be, each of these X watches will be sold at 250 each. So this will be 250 into X. This is the revenue from these X watches. And out of 1500, if X watches are sold, the unsold watches will be 1500 minus X. And each of these watches will fetch 100 rupees. So revenue from these watches will be this into 100. So the total revenue will be this plus this. And this total revenue should be equal to the total cost of production, which we already calculated, 2,55,000. For 1500, the total cost of production is 2,55,000, right? So this whole thing should be equal to 225,000. So let's calculate this. We'll have 250x here minus 100x. So 250 minus 100 is x is 150x plus 100 into 1500 is plus 15,000,000. 1,50,000. This is equal to 2,25,000. So we have 150x is equal to 2,25,000 minus 1,50,000, which is 75,000. Okay, fine. So from here, sorry, I made a mistake. This was 2,55,000, right? So 2,55,000. This is 2,55,000. So this becomes 255 minus 150, which is effectively 1,05,000. Now it's correct. So 150x is 1,05,000. So x here comes out to be 105,000 divided by 150. So a factor of 0 gets cancelled out. This goes by 5 3 times. 105,000 goes by 5. 2100 times 2100 upon 3 is 700. So he must sell 700, exactly 700 to break even, right? So the answer to this question is also option B, 700. Thank you.